I'm here today at the Akasha Art Projects building, and I'm here with the owners, Sonia Sharf and Kelly Kyle, and this is a fabulous space. You guys do a lot of things. Now, the number one thing is it's an art gallery for fine art photography, right?
That's correct. That's correct.
And you yourself are a fine art photographer.
Yes, actually I am, and so is Kelly. We all are. And so is Nancy, our framer, who is basically our production manager. She's also a fine art photographer.
Which brings me to the next thing, of course, framing. You do a lot of framing here. I noticed the walls are just covered with frame samples and stuff, and I myself have had stuff framed here.
You have, yes.
How busy is that service?
Actually, that service is very busy. We're very grateful for that. We've really, it's from the 6 years we've been open, we've gone from a little small shop across the hall on the same floor as we are now to taking over the entire space.
Wow. Now, this is not the first location, right? Did you guys not have a location on Bathurst or something?
No, we were actually in Little Italy on College. We had more of a live-work space, and our business started to increase, which was a great problem to have. And we found a space in the village, and we were happy because there wasn't anyone providing the local village with services that we provide.
Right. I mean, I remember there was a framing place down the street. I think it might have been Dennis O'Connor, but he's long gone. So.
Yeah, he's been out of the village for a few years now, and it was important for us, not just because we're gay, but we wanted to service the village because there was obviously a void in the village for the services, framing services that Dennis used to provide.
Right. Do you guys own the whole building?
We don't own the building, no. No, I wish we did.
But did you, are you involved with Dudley's?
We were, in the beginning, we actually were involved with Dudley's for a little while. We were considering actually taking it over, but we realized our business was growing so quickly that we just couldn't, in the beginning stages, run both businesses simultaneously. So we really had to make a decision, and Kelly and I spoke about it and decided that, this is the business that we excel at, and we sort of gave up our interest in that business.
Now, I know that sometimes people bring sensitive material to frame. How do you handle that?
Like every other piece.
Yeah, you know what, we don't really, we certainly don't judge, and because we're all artists here, we understand, and we're of course sensitive, and what happens at Akasha stays at Akasha, so it's not like we're social media-ing anyone's private, in no pun intended, collection, so yeah, we understand that people like to frame all sorts of things, and we're happy to service any type of imagery.
What is Atelier Akasha?
Oh, that's a good question. That's actually a sort of a secondary line to our Akasha Art Projects business. It's basically a business that we're starting to grow slowly, where we'd like to incorporate other objects such as, really beautiful small custom frames for tabletops, fine art prints, smaller prints that are not necessarily one-off editions, or they're more accessible basically. We also have a few other tricks in our hat in regards to some of the other objects and products we want to offer. We're just working on that now, and hopefully by 2017 we'll be launching a couple of more really interesting projects or products for the line. So
I have to ask, what's the largest thing you've ever framed?
Oh boy. Well, most recently an art consultant client of ours brought in an African quilt that a client of his wanted to frame for their home, and I believe when we were done it was 6 by 9 foot. It was pretty big. It was challenging because spatially we're a bit challenged here.
Right. Did you have to do it out here in the main space? Or?
Well, no, in one of our small production rooms. So we had to clean out the whole room actually, and to get the frame up here, up the stairs. Of course, we had to make sure that we had to turn it on an angle and whatnot. But yeah, I think we should change our name to Akasha Art or Extra Large Projects. Right? We do a lot of varied things, and they're usually large.
Now, one of the things I love is that it's also a gallery space, and you've had some great shows in the past. And the one that's up right now is quite beautiful.
Yeah.
This is Ella Kraska.
And she's actually a biochemist, and she does these really interesting imagery using, cells. And she uses light and gels, and it's quite amazing how she's created these beautiful imagery out of these macro little objects. So yeah.
You sell them as well?
Yes, everything's always for sale in the gallery. They're generally editions, and we work with both emerging and mid-career right to established artists, but generally we work mostly with emerging and mid-career artists, and we like to support a lot of the young up-and-coming emerging photographers. So we have a award that we also offer to the fourth-year Ryerson students every year. Their MaxX final program, they have portfolio reviews in their fourth year. And what we do is we go to portfolio reviews, and Kelly and I, after a lot of deliberation, because there is such good work, choose one student to have a solo show in the gallery. And every year it happens in January, and this is our third year awarding that. So we've got our really outstanding young photographer coming up in January this year.
Great. What has been the most successful or the most popular show you guys have done?
Oh boy. Wow. I don't want to, pick a favorite.
No, but is there one that sold a lot? Or?
Yeah, actually, sorry?
What's coming up right now?
Yeah, actually, it's going to be our second annual, and we call it the Artival. Hashtag Artival. So it's our holiday market, and we sort of let our hair down. We hang everything from floor to ceiling. The premises, nothing under 25 and nothing over 300. So what we try to do is we try to get as much art through the door for the month of November, December, because of course we like everyone to give the gift of art. So that's coming up. So that was really popular last year, and a lot of our clientele said this is our most favorite show you've ever had. So, and it was just a lot of fun, because when you come into the gallery, most galleries are very pristine and everything's very clean and linear and well looking. And when you came into the Artival, there was art everywhere, like in the windows, on the floor. We had sculptures, we had pillows, we had stained glass, we had everything. And it was just a lot of fun, because it's our last show of the year, so to speak. And it's just a lot of fun. Good clean fun.
So it's just before Christmas.
Yes.
It's a perfect place to get a gift.
Coming up November 19th.
Do you archive the shows? Because I remember one from a couple of years ago that was just phenomenal, and I can't remember what the photos were like. I remember just every one of them was jaw-dropping.
Oh, yeah.
So you don't
Yes,
have a
we
book
do.
or on the website?
We have, most of the shows are on the website archived. I think it only goes back maybe 2 years. We've been showing now almost 6 or 5 actually. But we do keep a binder on all the artists we've ever shown, and we can always reach out to the artist if people remind us, so I love that piece, or that happens quite a lot with interior designers too, who call us after and say, I remember seeing that piece and it would be perfect for this lobby or this, and we were always able to find it and locate the artist. So
That's great. Well, now you know where to get all your fine art photography needs, and framing, and lovely people, and just, and also I have to say, I've been to openings here, and they are a lot of fun. They're usually Thursday nights, right?
generally Thursday, yes. Generally Thursday nights. Right. We're open till 7, so generally they're from 7 till 9. And there's wine.
And there's wine.
There's always wine.
So it's easy to find. It's just above Dudley's, and it's Akasha Art Projects.